Maine Motorcycle Fines Limits Test.
Question 1. After a Maine driver who has lost his or her license as a result of an conviction will be issued a conditional driver's license and a legal back limit of
0.00%, 0.01%, 0.05%, 0.08%.
Answer.
0.00%.
Question 2. A 120 days suspension will occur when a Maine driver's license is suspended. Times within a 3-year period.
2, 4, 5, 3.
Answer.
3.
Question 3. According to State of Maine's Motorist Handbook and Study Guide, which of the following is one of the most common reasons for license suspension?
Failure to address convictions or pay traffic-related fines. Multiple speeding convictions. Reconvictions. None of these answers are correct.
Answer.
Failure to address convictions or pay traffic-related fines.
Question 4. A Maine driver's license will be suspended upon the accumulation of points.
10, 12, 14, 8.
Answer.
12.
Question 5. In the state of Maine, when does the mandatory license suspension after a recharge begin?
30 days after conviction. Upon conviction. After the driver is released from jail. Immediately following the driver's arrest.
Answer.
Immediately following the driver's arrest.
Question 6. What is term and abbreviation used by the state of Maine to denote charges that result from drinking and driving or drug usage while driving?
Driving under the influence, DUI. Driving while intoxicated, DWI. Operating under the influence, WI. None of these answers are correct.
Answer.
Operating under the influence, WI.
Question 7. If a Maine driver refuses to submit to chemical testing, his or her
employer will be notified. His or her vehicle will be impounded. Driver's license will be suspended immediately. His or her parents will be notified.
Answer.
Driver's license will be suspended immediately.
Question 8. If a Maine driver is convicted of failing to yield to a pedestrian, his or her driving record tally will increase by points.
1, 4, 2, 3.
Answer.
4.
Question 9. If a Maine driver successfully completes the state's driving dynamics course, points will be removed from his or her driving record.
4, 5, 3, 2.
Answer.
3.
Question 10. When a Maine driver accumulates points on his or her driving record, the Secretary of State will send a warning letter.
5, 6, 3, 4.
Answer.
6.
Question 11. If a Maine driver is found to have a back level at or above 0.15% after refusing a chemical test upon his or her first arrest for an NW charge, he or she will spend at least, in gaol,
30 days after conviction, 72 hour, 7 days, 96 hours.
Answer.
96 hours.
Question 12. The state of Maine uses two types of chemical breath tests, soberometer and
Intoxilyzer, drinkometer, alcometer, breathalyzer.
Answer.
Intoxilyzer.
Question 13. How many violation-free credit points are Maine drivers allowed to accumulate?
2, 5, 3, 4.
Answer.
4.
Question 14. Upon a Maine driver's second reconviction, he or she will spend at least days in gaol.
30, 7, 10, 12.
Answer.
7.
Question 15. Upon a third reconviction in the state of Maine, a driver will lose his or her license for a period of
4 years, 6 years, 360 days, 18 months.
Answer.
6 years.
Question 16. If a Maine driver who is under the age of 21 is convicted of an NW charge while transporting passengers who are also under the age of 21, his or her suspension period will be increased by
60 days, 180 days, 90 days, 30 days.
Answer.
180 days.
Question 17. What is the legal back limit in the state of Maine?
0.09%, 0.05%, 0.08%, 0.10%.
Answer.
0.08%.
Question 18. What other consequences follow a Maine driver's first reconviction?
Both of these answers are correct. He or she must attend an alcohol or drug education program. Neither of these answers are correct. He or she must pay a license reinstatement fee.
Answer.
Both of these answers are correct.
Question 19. Upon a Maine driver's first reconviction with a back level of 0.08% to 0.14%, he or she will be fined
$400, $650, $500, $250.
Answer.
$500.
Question 20. If a Maine driver refuses to submit to a chemical test for drugs or alcohol,
he or she cannot be convicted of an WE. No other penalties may be imposed. He or she may still be convicted of an WE charge. None of these answers are correct.
Answer.
He or she may still be convicted of an WE charge.
Question 21. All drivers who operate a motor vehicle on Maine roadways demonstrate implied consent to
submission to a chemical test for drugs or alcohol, search of their home, seizure of their vehicle. None of these answers are correct.
Answer.
Submission to a chemical test for drugs or alcohol.
Question 22. Which of the following convictions will not result in the addition of 2 points on a Maine driving record?
Illegal U-turn, imprudent driving, displaying a blue light, following too closely.
Answer.
Imprudent driving.
Question 23. Which of the following will result in the addition of 6 points on a Maine driving record?
Improper passing, speeding between 15 to 30 miles per hour over the posted limit, driving on the wrong side of the road. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
All of these answers are correct.
Question 24. If a Maine driver is found to have a back level at or above 0.15% at his or her first WE offense, he or she will spend at least, in gaol,
48 hours, 96 hours, 24 hours, 72 hours.
Answer.
48 hours.
Question 25. If a Maine driver was previously convicted of the refusal charge but not an WE charge, what will the next WE charge be considered upon conviction?
A second WE conviction. A third WE conviction. A first WE conviction. None of these answers are correct.
Answer.
A second WE conviction.
Question 26. How long do points remain on a Maine driving record?
6 months. 5 years. 1 year. 10 years.
Answer.
1 year.
Question 27. Which of the following can result in an WE conviction in Maine courts of law?
Illegal drugs. Prescription drugs. Over-the-counter medications. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
All of these answers are correct.
Question 28. If a driver charged with refusing to submit to chemical testing is later found not to have been driving under the influence,
the refusal charge will remain. The refusal charge will be dropped. The WE charge will remain. The driver must still attend driving school.
Answer.
The refusal charge will remain.
Question 29. What is the mandatory minimum fine for a second-degree conviction?
$500, $700, $900, $600.
Answer.
$700.
Question 30. If a driver who has been convicted of the refusal charge is later found to have, in fact, been operating under the influence, the suspension period resulting from the recharge will be
Quadrupled, doubled, tripled, halved.
Answer.
Doubled.
Question 31. What is the maximum license suspension period for a refusal to submit to chemical testing conviction in the state of Maine?
1 year. 6 months. 30 days. 6 years.
Answer.
6 years.
Question 32. A conviction of failing to yield to an emergency vehicle will result in the addition of points.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Answer.
4.
Question 33. If a Maine driver who is under the age of 21 is convicted of using false identification to obtain alcohol, his or her license will be suspended for days on the first offense and days on the second offense.
10, 30, 30, 90, 60, 90, 30, 120.
Answer.
30, 90.
Question 34. A Maine driver who is convicted of a second-degree will lose his or her license for a period of at least months.
36, 18, 24, 12.
Answer.
36.
Question 35. A Maine driver who is convicted of street racing will have his or her license suspended for a period of days.
3, 30, 10, 90.
Answer.
90.
Question 36. The suspension period that follows a conviction for a Maine driver who is under the age of 21 is
1 year. 3 years. 6 months. 30 days.
Answer.
1 year.
Question 37. Who decides which physician administers a chemical blood test for alcohol when a driver is accused of operating under the influence?
The nurse. The police officer. A judge. The driver.
Answer.
The driver.
Question 38. Which of the following will increase the severity of a Maine driver's penalty for a first-degree offense?
Carrying a passenger under the age of 21. A back level at or above 0.15%. Speeding in excess of 30 miles per hour over the posted limit. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
All of these answers are correct.
Question 39. What is the mandatory minimum fine for a second-degree conviction that is accompanied by a refusal charge?
$900, $500, $700, $600.
Answer.
$900.
Question 40. A littering conviction will result in the addition of points on a Maine driving record.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Answer.
2.
Question 41. Which of the following convictions will result in the addition of 2 points on a Maine driving record?
Impeding the flow of traffic. Driving without headlights. Squealing tires. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
All of these answers are correct.
Question 42. And subsequent convictions will result in Maine drivers being required to demonstrate proof of liability insurance before regaining their licenses.
First. Fourth. Second. Third.
Answer.
Second.
Question 43. If a Maine driver is convicted of a second-degree charge and also refuses to submit to chemical testing at the time of arrest, he or she will spend at least days in gaol.
7, 12, 30, 10.
Answer.
12.
Question 44. Upon a Maine driver's first-degree conviction, his or her driver's license will be suspended for a period of days.
100, 300, 150, 50.
Answer.
150.
Question 45. If a Maine driver is convicted of a third-degree charge, he or she will be required to pay a fine of at least
$1,500, $1,100, $1,300, $1,000.
Answer.
$1,100.
Question 46. According to the state of Maine's Motorist Handbook and Safety Guide, drinking and driving contributes to which of the following driving mistakes?
Driving at improper speeds. Improper lane usage. Failure to dim headlights. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
All of these answers are correct.
Question 47. Maine's violation-free credit rewards good drivers with points for every year of driving without any traffic convictions.
4, 2, 1, 3.
Answer.
1.
Question 48. Which of the following convictions will result in a suspension period of 30 days in the state of Maine?
Leaving the scene of an accident. Passing a stopped school bus. Speeding in excess of 30 miles per hour over the posted limit. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
All of these answers are correct.
Question 49. If a Maine driver is convicted of 3 weed charges, he or she will remain in jail for at least
30 days. 1 year. 90 days. 6 months.
Answer.
30 days.
Question 50. Over. Percent of all fatal auto accidents involve a driver whose back is at or above 0.06%.
5. 10. 50. 25.
Answer.
50. Thank you for watching the video and wish you will get your driver license soon.